Hello guys, Omni here. The last thing that I wanted to catch up on as far as trailers that I've missed in the past couple of weeks, or not really couple of weeks, past week. This is actually a preview that came out of San Diego Comic-Con that I didn't actually cover, and this is for DC Universe's DC TV, whatever you want to call it at this point, because they're rebranding, switching around, and a whole bunch of different things. Anyway. It's a new animated series. We got a first look preview out of San Diego Comic-Con this year for the upcoming animated series Harley Quinn. And when I know that this was announced a while back. This was announced, I think, at the same time they actually did announce the DC streaming service at all. This was one of the things they talked about coming out on the platform as one of their original programs, and honestly, for sure, it was probably the one that was the least interested in for me. But I've seen some of the clips of the animation, and it looks interesting, and I heard, because I was expecting, it's animated. I'm not sure what direction they'll go with it. It'll probably be more, because a lot of the content so far has very much been geared towards adults, so I assume maybe this would be something more for kids or the younger generation or something like that. Akin to Young Justice, maybe something in the vein like that, but not from what I've heard. This is a mature, I think, I wouldn't even call it rated R, it's rated mature, M for mature from what I've seen, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, please, but it is not for kids. They said this is, the show is stylized to be in the perception from the eyes, since we're seeing this story unfold through the eyes of Harley Quinn. We see Gotham how she sees Gotham. So a lot of the characters aren't going to act the way that we are used to them acting, because this is how she sees these characters. This is her perception of reality being played out in front of our eyes. It's also going to address the abusive relationship of her and the Joker, which I've seen some people comment on as being like quote unquote woke or anything like that. But this is a concept that has been introduced since Harley Quinn was introduced. They had this same question, the same argument, the same idea in the animated series in the 90s. There's even the earliest episode of which Harley and Ivy already starts to play on that, and that aired, I think, in 94 or 93. I can't remember which, but it was early in the 90s. This is not a new concept, and that was when the character was created. This is part of the character. So who cares about that argument? I know they've been diving into it more in the New 52 and a lot of that more recent stuff. This is gearing in that direction and in that vein, but I'm interested with the concept of this being a mature kind of take on the character, and we'll see what they throw at us. It's not a very long clip, so let's go ahead and see what we got. Adult themes, violence may not be suitable for all viewers.
Harley? It's me, dickhead.
Oh god, more flossing.
Something huge.
That Clayface. Yep. Got some blood. What? King Shark?
Anybody feel this shit but me?
What the heck? Making it rain on Ivy. Kite Man. Oh. 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 Deadshot? Throat punched Aquaman. Oh.
Holy shit! Can we do that again? No.
I love the way she sees Batman. That was short enough. Let's rip right back through this. That was short enough. Let's just relive that a little bit. I actually really like the spunk. He's high-five that dolphin. I don't know who that little dude is. Is that Barda? I'm not sure who that was either. Is that Jim? Who? I wanted. Gosh, this looks interesting. See, like, Poison Ivy's pants are actually giant leaves. She's wearing plants. Poor Aquaman. You know, he's still trying so hard to, like, come back.
Can we do that again?
No.
I know they've talked about how, like, she sees Batman as the ultimate fun killer. And this definitely plays into that aesthetic because he's just block-jawed, stoic, his face isn't moving, he's just no fun. It looks interesting. I've loved almost everything that the DC Universe app has put out. The only thing I haven't liked is Titans, and I know I get some flack for that. I know there's plenty of people that like it. I don't like anything they did in that. The best compliment I can give that show is the Robin suit looks pretty good. That's about it. Aside from that, I'm curious to see where they go with it. I know they're introducing Superboy, and that they're actually going to have Ian Glenn play Batman in season 2, so we'll actually see Bruce Wayne. Aside from that, Doom Patrol's been amazing. That show is one of the best shows I've seen in a really long time. And Swamp Thing, I'm really loving that. The last episode being airing this Friday, which will be sad because they canceled it before it even aired. Actually, the first episode aired, and that's when they announced that they officially canceled the show. Instantly, from what I know from a lot of people, knowing the fact that they canceled the show completely killed any of their interest in checking it out. So they really, I feel like, kind of shot themselves in the foot, given there's a lot of positive word of mouth going around about that show, and I'm trying to spread that as well. Right now, I'm really digging it. There's only a couple of nitpicky things that I can say about this season so far that I don't think really works that well. And then they also brought back Young Justice with the season 3, which I still need to go back and finish that. I'm kind of 6 episodes in. There's definitely been more of it out since then. Part of me really wants to wait until it's out in its entirety and just binge through it all, rather than them releasing it in these 3 to 6 episode spurts that they've been doing. But yeah, so far they've been nailing it with all this adult content. It's like, they're not even like, this app in almost no way, shape, or form gears towards the younger audience. Young Justice is the closest to that, and even so, that is more geared to older teens and young adults with some of the concepts that are in it as well, some of the topics that come up, some of the things and action and whatever that happens in it as well is a little edgy, for I would say, for even kids these days. So it's hard to say that anything on the site, aside from some of the older content like the DC animated movies or the TV shows that they have on there that are pre-existing, like the Batman animated series is on there, Batman Beyond, Superman, Justice League, all of that stuff is on there as well. So really, aside from things that already exist, they've been really hammering towards their adult audience, and I'm really curious to see what they do with this. And I'm glad to know that at least currently, Warner Brothers isn't backing down on the show with the release, or not the show, this platform, with this resurgence of their own app, the HBO Max app. I think this will be a subsection of that. I think if you have that, you also have access to this, from what I understand. I'm not completely clear on how that works. Right now, they're at least saying the DC Universe app will still be independent of its own. You can sign up for it or the other thing. Regardless, I'm definitely going to be getting HBO Max. Like, if you look at what all's on there, there's like almost no reason not to get it. And I would honestly just straight up get it just for the fact that Friends is exclusively moving there, along with HBO. So there's so much. I'm done. Okay, sorry, wrapping up. This is not a sales pitch for HBO Max, but this show looks fun. It looks energetic. It looks interesting, and I think it's going to be a fun little ride no matter what. So really, I'm really curious though to see I really want to see all these characters from Harley Quinn's point of view. I think that, along with the visual aesthetic, the art style, is the most attractive thing about the show to me. Is that concept is the fact that we see all these characters with these different designs, acting in these kind of hokey ways, being kind of playful in the way with her. And I thought that was kind of like going to be this weird kind of villain-ish kind of Super Friends kind of vibe where, you know, this is just a corny take on all the characters, which it is, but it's because it's her perception. I love that aspect of it. Because when you think about it like that, there's this layer in your mind where you got to be wondering, what are they really doing or really thinking in this moment? If we're outside of her, we're inside her head, and everything we see on the screen is what she thinks she's seen or what she's seen. So I want to know, like, how these scenarios, all these things play out in reality. I feel like it'd be such like a mood killer to like a definite shift in tone to be like, I hope there's some scenes in there that transitions from like what Harley sees, Gotham, bright, colorful, happy, sparkles everywhere, to what Gotham, and then reality. It would be the perfect one of those things is like expectations versus reality, and it's like Harley Quinn's perception and then reality, and it's just bleak, muddy, dark, gritty, and gloom, and then hers is just like freaking ponies everywhere kind of stuff. It's an interesting concept, and it's enough for me to want to check it out. That's all I got to say to it. That's all I have to add to it. We've been running about this one, the shortest trailer I've covered in the past couple videos, and I've talked the longest about it. That's what happens when you throw DC at me. I'm sorry, guys. DC, Marvel, whatever it is, comic book related stuff, I know much more than anything else. Tend to ramble on a little bit more about it, so I'm sorry. So we're going to pass this off to you guys. What did you guys think of the trailer? What if you've followed in the DC Universe shows? What's your impressions of it so far? I know the DC Universe content is exclusive to the app only in the US. From what I understand, outside the United States, it's available through Netflix. So if you all have seen it, let me know in the comments what you guys have think. What did you think of this trailer? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. We'll carry on the conversation after the video. If you like this video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe to support the channel. If you didn't like it, let me know in the comments what you didn't like. And that is it for this video. This leaves us all caught up on all the things that I wanted to talk about today. As far as trailers, there's a couple bits of news that I might be able to get around to maybe tomorrow or the next couple of days that I still kind of want to give my thoughts and opinions on. So keep an eye out for that. We got a Hobbs & Shaw review coming up in the next 2 days as well. So keep your eyes open and follow, subscribe for updates. I don't know what that was. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Thank you guys for sticking around to the end if you're still here, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Take care.